Hey you guys, so I wanted to talk about my gear because I am getting ready for an overnight backpacking trip with the ladies and I'm excited. So this is a good time to go through what I'm getting all my gear out. So I want to talk about the changes that I made as soon as I got off the AT. And yeah, the first thing is this hoodie. This is not a Melanzana. This is made by Lightheart Gear. It has the thumb holes. It's the microgrid fleece. It has the hood. If I can get it over my dread bun. It has the hood that comes up. It's got the toggle. And it has the kangaroo pocket. I like that it's dips down in the front and the back a little bit. And yeah, oh my gosh, I love this thing. It's so cozy. So if you like the Melanzana Mellies, but you can't get a hold of them because you have to go to Leadville, Colorado, check out Lightheart Gear. Lightheart Gear. And you can order these online. This is the small. It's quite big and roomy. I also ordered this one. This is made by Sky Goat. If any of you follow the hiking dancer, she's wearing the one with the pink on the shoulder. This is where I found it. I found it from watching her. This is called the Sky Goat. It is also made in Colorado, but not in Leadville. And you can order these from their website. It does not have the toggle. It does have a hood, but it doesn't have the little toggle drawstring, and it doesn't have thumb holes. It just has regular sleeves. It does have the kangaroo pocket, and it's the same microgrid fleece as this one. I just like this one better because of just the few little, it does have the toggle, and it has these. I love these, and it's super thick. It's like doubled up, it's thick at your hands, and they're extra long. So anyway, that's my little hoodie I'm rocking right now. Okay, so first things first is probably my backpack. I loved my backpack on the AT. I carried this, the Hyperlight Wind Rider 3400, and I love this backpack, but I have a shoulder issue, and it's not in the muscle, it's more of a pinched nerve thing. And this is what I was carrying before. You see how tall it has the roll down top, but my shoulder had gotten to bothering me so much that I had stopped using my trekking poles. And I had even ordered the tent poles from Z-Packs so I didn't even have to take my trekking poles with me if I didn't want to, because my shoulder was bothering me so bad. So I ordered a new backpack when I got off the trail. And this one is made by Z-Packs. It is the Scout. It's made for a shorter torso person, like a lady or a man that has a pretty short torso. I'm normally an extra small in most backpacks. The Hyperlight just came in small, but did I say I'm extra small as far as your length of your spine where they're supposed to hit. So I ordered the Scout. It's made for a shorter torso. What I also like about it is it has the roll down top, but it is shorter. It doesn't have as much roll down top. But it has adjustments here, where the Wind Rider doesn't have this adjustment. The Scout does, so I'm hoping that may help. It has this little, it's the arc, so it has this little air pocket area to keep it right off your back, where the Wind Rider didn't have that either. So it's not laying flat on your back. And adjust here. It has just a standard waistband. It does not have the pockets. I am used to having pockets on my waistband. So, there's another thing I'm going to change. I got a waterproof fanny pack. This is not from one of the big companies. I got this off Amazon. It is waterproof and it was only like $25 to $30, as you know, compared to like if you get it from Z-Packs or Hyperlite, or well, they're going to be up closer to $70. So I went with a cheaper brand so that, you know, I could test it out and see how it's going to like having the fanny pack, but I think I'm going to like it. Yeah, so I'm using this to, since my Z-Pack Scout doesn't have the pockets on the hip, but it has all the same with netting, there's a side pocket, and it also has the this stuff where to secure your stuff on the sides, like your umbrella, if you want to put your trekking poles, just whatever. My Hyperlite didn't have that either, so I kind of like that feature. But pretty much, and it also has these down below. The Hyperlite didn't have that either. Anyway, I didn't realize how much was different. But if you like stowing your fold pad or whatever down here, it has these. Two of my other bags haven't had that, so that's kind of cool to have that back. Yeah, so that's my backpack that I've switched out. I haven't used it on trail yet, so I'll let you know how that goes after this backpacking trip I'm getting ready to go on. So that's my big trade out. The next thing would be my pot. I love this pot. It's the Toaks 900 little titanium pot. I loved it. It holds all my gas and stove and lighter all in there, but it's just a lot of pot. I didn't use but about half of it because most of your meals take generally 2 cups of water, and you know, that's only about half of this pot. This is the 900. I'm dropping everything. This is the 900, whatever the measurement is, milliliter, liter, I don't know, milliliter. So I'm switching this one out for, this is a nice little box. It comes in the little thing, which I won't need to carry. Look, this nice little one. Look how tiny. It's the same thing. Has the little handles, has the little lid, but it's just, it holds about, this is the 500, so it holds a little bit more than the 2 cups of water. So yeah, which is exactly what I need. That'll still fit in there. My lighter, mini Bic, and then my little BRS stove. It all still fits in there. Look at that. And then I'm saving, you know, some ounces there, and I'm not carrying this bigger pot. And this pot will actually fit inside the one I was carrying. You can put the whole thing inside of it, but this is the difference in the two. And anyway, so I'm lightening up my pot a little bit, my cook system. I still love to have coffee and a hot meal when I get into camp. So I couldn't part with it, but I'm just trying to cut ounces anywhere I can. So this is what I'm doing. I think this is so cute. But anyway, so that's my pot. I went from the 900 to the 500. These are the tent poles that I got from Z-Packs instead of carrying the trekking poles. And but everything else I pretty much am satisfied with. My quilt, you know, being a side sleeper, I have the Enlightened 0 degree, I think it's the Revelation quilt, which was super warm. I love it. I am a side sleeper, and I flipped back and forth every 15 to 30 minutes. I was flipping back and forth, and I did pop it off those straps that hold it onto your pad a lot. And I think I had started just not using the straps and snapping the snaps into themselves around the, and that helped me to be more mobile, and I wasn't popping the little things attached to your pad, the little snaps, I wasn't popping those off so often. So that kind of helped me. I still love the quilt. But as far as sleep systems go, because I just do not sleep backpacking. I didn't sleep backpacking before I did the AT, and I haven't since. So I think what I'm gonna try again is the hammock. I chose not to take my hammock on the AT because I felt like I would be more comfortable changing clothes and doing things inside my tent. But yeah, not getting sleep for, you know, night after night, 30 some days, however many days I was out there, yeah, that wasn't fun. So this is the hammock that I have had for a few years now. It's the Hennessy Hyperlight ASIM Zip. It's an ultralight hammock. So I did switch out the straps. If any of you are hammock people, you have to tie the straps that it comes with, you have to tie the knots, which takes way too long. And when everything is frozen and your fingers are frozen in the morning, it's very hard to untie knots. So I've switched it out to the, this is the Hummingbird, made by Hummingbird Hammocks. And these are the Whoopee Slings straps. So I switched those out for the straps that come with this, and that's just an easier system for me. If you're not into hammocks, you wouldn't understand, but you don't have to tie knots. You just slide, it adjusts when you get it onto the trees. It just slides tight, and a lot easier system. So I'm going to try this out tomorrow night and see if I can get a better sleep. I already have the top quilt, and I have an under quilt for my hammock, because I just I loved hammock camping before I got into planning for the AT. So I'm going to try this again and see if I can get a better night's sleep using this, and it may just be my future go-to instead of taking a tent and the sleeping pad. Yeah, I don't really know how the weight compares. I need to check that out. The duplex and the pad, sleeping pad, compared to this and the underquilt. I have an underquilt made by Jack's Are Better, and it's rated for 30. And then I could also use my same top quilt that I'm using, the Revelation Enlightened Equipment, in the hammock, and so that would be perfect. So anyway, that's what I'm going to be trying out, and I think that's it. I think that's all my changes. Most of my stuff is pretty good. One thing, I did start the AT with these little slip-on neoprene slippers I got off Amazon, and I did switch somewhere after the Smokies to just Crocs. There's just these easier to deal with as far as rain. These are okay to get wet, but they will get wet, and then, you know, you've got to wait for them to dry back out, where the Crocs, you just wipe them out and you're ready to go. And it didn't matter if you stowed them on the back of your pack and they got wet. So I think I had already made that change before I got off the AT. So I think that's all the changes. If you have any questions, leave them in the comments below. And yeah, I think that wraps up my gear changes that I'm making. Yeah, so anyway, I hope this helps somebody. And yeah, check out the Lightheart Gear hoodies if you're into the mellies. This is a good alternative and easier to get. Yay! So anyway, I hope you guys have had a good day, and thanks for watching, and have a good one.